What's up, you guys? John here, and in today's lesson I want to show you how to comp through a 12-bar blues in the key of E using this really cool shuffle pattern. I got this idea from Stevie Ray Vaughan's Pride and Joy. It's this idea where he gets a real shuffle groove going and it uses a lot of muting. Let me show it to you. We're going to start out on an E7 chord. And we've got just 3 chords that we're going to use to play this blues in the key of E. We're going to play an E7, an A7, and a B7. Here's your E7 chord. We'll start off on this shape. We're going to play open E, then 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the A string, 2nd finger on the 6th fret of the D string, and 4th finger on the 7th fret of the G string. Then we'll play the B and the E strings open. We get to play all 6 strings. It's a cool E7 chord. Now we've got our 1st finger free because we're going to be playing some bass notes and then coming back to this chord. Let me show you the first part. Now with my strumming hand, I'm just alternating back and forth like this. 1 and 2 and 3 in a shuffle feel, playing 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Just try that by muting the strings and see if you can get that strumming hand doing 8th notes and swinging. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And it's going to be very important when we put it in the chord progression. So we'll start out on that E7. We'll go down, up, 1, and then we'll put our 1st finger on the 4th fret of the E string. Here we're going to go play that note, but it's still a strum. So what you want to do is make sure that your 1st finger is muting all these other strings. So you get that one note coming through and then the rest sort of this percussive sound. And then you're going to cover the strings and do a mute. So it's... We're going to continue in this fashion playing a bass line. We'll play the 7th fret of the E string, strum down, and then up, mute. Then we'll go to 4 on the A string, strum down, and then up, mute. Then we'll go back to our E7 chord. So we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... That's our first measure. Then we'll go back to that E7 chord, 1 and now we're going to reverse down that bass line. So we'll go 4 on the A string, 7, 4. So we walked up and then back down the same notes. So all together it's going to sound like this. And then we do that again. Notice my hand has just got this thing. You can see Stevie Ray Vaughan. Watch him play Pride and Joy, and you see that same sort of shuffle groove. So here's the first 4 bars. Do that riff twice. Now we're going to go to what's called our 4 chord, the A7 chord in the key of E. And I'll play this shape. 1st finger on the 5th fret of the E string, 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the A string, 1st finger barring the D string at the 5th fret, 2nd finger on 6 of the G string, and then 1st finger barring again 5 and 5 on the B and the E string. So I've got 5, 7, 5, 6, 5, 5. It's your A7. And for this we'll do the same thing. We'll go down, up, and then I take my 4th finger and I slide into 9 on the E string. And then I do mutes again. 7 on the A string, mute. 9 on the A string, mute. Now I do a little chord substitution here. Kind of a cool sound. You play a G chord, which is going to be starting on the A string, 10, 9, 7, 8, with fingers 4, 3, 1, and 2, muting the E, low E, and the high E. I'll do 2 strums there. Then you can move back to this D over F sharp chord. Just pull your pinky back, play the 9th fret of the A string, and then first finger barring 7, 7, and 7 on strings D, G, and B. That's your D over F sharp. So G, D over F sharp, and then we're gonna walk that bass line back down. So I've got and then back to your E7. Just for one measure, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and then on the second beat, I like doing this climb up to a B7 chord, our last chord, which is the 5 chord. We're gonna go. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, so from the A chord. Now I'm at my 5 chord, B7, and I'm gonna go 1 and 9th fret. These are all on the E string. 9, 10, 9, 7. Let's see. 1. Yeah, so it's B7, 9, 10, 9, and then when we get to 7, we do the chord again, and then walk down 5, 4, 2. So that's 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4. We walk all the way down to an E chord. And here you go, 1 and slide to 4, 2 on the A string, 4, and then up to this chord we started on, E7. And then you go back, you can play a D9, D sharp 9, E, and this is just a cool walk up that sounds like this. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So you got those syncopations on the upbeat, which just kind of give it a little lift to turn it back around to go back to the top. So from the B7, we're gonna go. To E, and then the syncopation. And then you can start again right there. You're back to the top. So let's see if we could put it all together. We're gonna play all 12 bars one time, and then we'll end on that E9 shape. So get ready with this first chord, 7, 6, 7. I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, and 3. Do that again. Going to A7. Chords. E7. Then the walk up, G7, E, here we go. Alright you guys, thanks so much for watching. I really hope you learned something from this video. I'm just trying to share some of this information that I have in between my full-time gig of just playing guitar here in LA. So if you want to learn more about soloing or what I'm up to, check out my website, and you can click the link below. You can get a free PDF of over 100 pages of basically licks and exercises that will help your playing. So check that out and make sure you're subscribed. You can also follow along with me at John MacLennan on Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you learned something. It really helps me out so I can keep making more videos. And leave a comment below. Let me know some things that you'd like to see in upcoming videos. All right, we'll see you in the next lesson.